Hey, well, you know we've got 4th of July coming up.
Right around the corner, buddy.
You know, and what I'm really afraid of, Chef John, is folks not using their grill all the way up to July 4th.
Right.
And then going to turn their grill on and then something happening.
Yeah, yeah,
okay?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what I really wanted to do is do a little bit of a surprise live today.
Oh, I like it.
With the folks joining us.
Hey guys,
hey
what's
everybody.
up? How y'all doing?
Hope you're doing well. I'm Jody Flanagan, the Barbecue Dad.
That's right.
We've got Chef John Pinnell with us here as well.
That's right.
Hey, if you have any questions about July 4th coming up.
Yeah.
It's the biggest grilling holiday of the year, of the season. Right. Okay, put them in the comment section down below. Shout out to Facebook and YouTube. We love you. We thank you so much for tuning in.
I got the questions right here. I'll be reading them out.
Sweet. But this is just a little maintenance tips and tricks video we wanted to show you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll also do a little Q&A at the end, Chef John.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of food cooking.
I love it.
You know, it's just a little leisurely day. What's
nice
this, Tuesday?
Nice Tuesday here.
Gosh darn right.
You know,
gosh darn right.
Praying for those less fortunate that aren't out on their deck, just having a good time.
They're at work.
That's right.
Goodness gracious.
As long as you're out in the submarine.
I know, right? If you're at work, make sure you smash that share button for you. We give you 3 seconds to do it. 3, 2, 1,
smash it!
But it's all about maintenance right now, Chef John. Again, we don't want folks to get to the big day.
No.
Big day, aka July 4th.
That's right.
Or July 3rd or July 5th.
Yeah.
You know, all very important dates in that July 4th spectrum.
That's right.
So we just wanted to make sure that they're ready.
Yeah.
You know, are willing and able, you know,
to produce the best barbecue that anyone is going to taste on July 4th. That's
gosh darn right.
Yeah.
So anytime, Chef John, I'm going in to clean or look at or inspect my grill, and it's still kind of hot. We've got a still kind of hot grill.
I see the smoke.
Yep, I only turned it off about 10 to 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
No, it was about 5 minutes ago, sorry.
Okay.
I'm an idiot.
Be careful now.
But we're going to get in there. I've got some insulated gloves. Okay, we're going to be very safe.
That's very key.
But the first point we always like to make, you know, when we're talking about maintenance, when we're talking about taking care of your grill, making sure your grill is going to last a lifetime.
Right.
We always talk about cleaning out the fire pot.
Always.
Following the 4 to 5 rule.
Always.
Clean out your fire pot about every 4 to 5 cooks.
Yes, sir.
And then the 4 to 5 rule changes a little bit when you talk about your hopper.
That's right.
You want to let your hopper, you want to clean out your hopper or let it run itself empty about every 4 to 5 bags of pellets that you put in there.
That's right.
Because each of those bags of pellets is going to contain some wood dust.
That's right.
Over time, that stuff just naturally happens, breaks off on the end of the pellet.
That's right.
And it'll wind up at the bottom of your auger too, and that can give you some issues that we want you guys to avoid.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm sure there's only a few people out there though, Jody, that have not used their grill all year.
That's right.
Our people are good about.
No, I mean they're crazy nuts.
You know, we may have some new grill owners out there that need to, you know, go over some maintenance, but I know our people are they're cooking all year long.
Right. And speaking of that, Chef John, we've got folks based right here in the U.S., right here in Evans, Georgia, right over there. So if you guys have any questions, you can speak to a real person based right here in the United States.
Right here in the United States.
706-922-0890. Yeah, that's the phone number here.
That's it.
To a real human.
Yeah, that
real
owns the grill.
Owns the grill and uses it regularly. They often practice out here on the RecTech deck.
They do.
So shout out to a lot of those folks up there in the call center. We love y'all. We wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah, we would not. Totally.
All right, so besides the fire pot and, you know, besides the hopper, come on, get on over here, Sherpa.
Yep.
I want to show the folks a couple of other things to watch out for. Oh yeah. All right. So again, we've been cooking on this bad boy all day. We just turned it off. So that's why we got like a little bit of smoldering in there. Now, instead of getting, you know, one of those bristly wire brushes.
Right.
If you can't get the wire brush off of rectech.com, just grab yourself a ball of aluminum foil.
Yes.
You can clean these grates off, easy peasy lemon squeezy, but we're not here to talk about that just yet.
No. Truthfully, I'd rather aluminum foil, but I'm just going to put that out there.
No, absolutely, absolutely. So we've got our drip tray right here. Okay, this is what's going to collect the grease and filter it out of the grill, make it a safe environment. A lot of folks don't realize that this is really where that drip grease fire occurs. It's usually on the drip tray.
Shoot
9 times out of 10.
Shoot ya.
I'm a scraper, so what I would do is I would just scrape all of this debris into and out of our bucket on the outside, Chef John. Okay? So a lot of folks will use aluminum foil. I really don't like the foil.
Why not? Why don't you like the
just
foil?
because it creates crevices and valleys that grease can kind of stick on and pool up in. But the Fluon, Teflon mats available at rectech.com are
That's right.
absolutely amazing. You can place them on that drip tray, and all you have to do, instead of scraping anything,
That's right.
all you have to do is take them out and just shake them off. Easy peasy lemon squeeze.
And I think some of those are part of those bundles, Jody, which are 20% off right now, so take advantage, guys.
Ooh, very good plug there, Chef John. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me get you familiar with the anatomy of the grill. We've got our deflector shield right here. Now, a lot of folks don't realize, Chef John,
Yes, sir.
that you can actually add additional smoke to your cook by putting a handful of pellets right on that deflector shield.
Oh my gosh.
Easy peasy lemon
That's not going to mess the grill up?
That is not going to mess the grill up in any way, shape, or form, Chef John. You can also place wood chips. Wood chunks aren't going to smolder as well as the pellets or the wood chips, so I definitely encourage that, okay?
I love it.
But again, your fire pot located right there. All you would do when your grill is cool, you would just take your hand, scoop out whatever little ash is in there, and throw it down at the bottom. We only clean out the bottom about once a year. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We only clean out the bottom once a year.
That's right.
But we're not going to harp on that.
No.
Because we're going to talk about a couple of different things that I want the folks to know about this weekend. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when you put your drip tray in there, make sure that you put it in there evenly. When I place my drip pan into the grill, the drip tray, I run my hands to the front and the back in this air gap. And I also run my hands at the front and back in that air gap to make sure that this is even. Now, when you run your hands in there, just notice that this is where all of the heat and smoke is going to come from. That air gap at the rear or north of the grill, and then this air gap that I have my hand in here, right here at the south of the grill. That is where all of your heat and smoke are coming in. So when we put our grate on top of that bad boy, there's going to be some area that is definitely going to get more heat and smoke than any. So a lot of folks will avoid that air gap area. So Jody says, use that to your advantage, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Put your hot dogs, your hamburgers, your chicken wings, your pork chops, all of your high temperature items, use that air gap to the north and to the south of your grilling area to your advantage.
That's right.
Okay, again, it's being bombarded with heat if it's sitting right over that bad boy. A lot of folks want those crispy hot dogs. We were talking about it last week.
Yep.
A lot of folks want some char on their hamburgers. So, you know, don't try to avoid that area, ladies and gentlemen, with that air gap. Try to hit it. Try to use it to your advantage.
Yeah, it'll get you
You
there.
got any good questions, Chef
It'll get
John?
you there.
I know they're out there.
They are. Everybody's out here right now, but we have one from Joanne Jones.
What's up, Mom?
She wants to know, she had a lot of dust in her last bag of pellets. She said, is that going to be a problem?
That's not going to be a problem. Just after you get done, Mom, just let that hopper run empty of pellets. Very good question. Just let that hopper run empty of pellets and let that grill actually auger all of that extra dust, if there is any, down at the bottom of your auger tube. You don't have to take a vacuum and suck it up. Just let the grill do the work for you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you inspect and you see a ton, I mean, I'm talking, it's going to be compacted. It's going to be obvious. A ton of dust down there.
Yes.
Go ahead and knock it loose and make sure it goes down in there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times that can happen.
It
You
will.
can accumulate a lot of that dust, and that dust can prevent those pellets from falling. And you won't even, and you'll have an issue, Chef John. The grill will air out on itself, and from no fault of its own.
No.
Now, besides the air gaps, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the airflow in the grill. These grills, you know, it's all about airflow with pellet grills.
Airflow, yes.
Another really good point that I want to make today is don't overcrowd your grill.
Right.
Okay, by overcrowding your grill, you're going to restrict a lot of airflow.
That's right.
You also have taken two pieces of food that could be separated like that and get 360 degree of smoke touching.
That's right.
Instead, you're smashing them up together and only giving them about 90 degrees.
Yes.
You know, of smoke penetration.
And also, when you do that too, Jody, those two sides that touch aren't going to cook as fast as the outsides that are free to the heat.
Very good point. Very good point. So it's going to allow your grill to circulate air, maintain temperature. It's also going to allow that food to cook more evenly.
That's right.
Very good point, Chef John. So again, use the air gaps to your advantage. Don't overcrowd. And then another thing that I think a lot of folks really mess up on.
Yes.
They jump the gun. They're so excited. They're ready to cook.
Yes.
Is they don't allow their grill to preheat.
Yeah, they got to get up at the right temperature.
You have to allow your grill to get to your set temperature.
Yep.
And from the experts, we recommend it waiting about 10 to 15 minutes at set temperature.
Yes.
Okay, and really marinating that heat, heating up our grill. Therefore, that metal is going to radiate some heat. So when we go to open that lid and we let out all of that smoke, all of that heat. Let me repeat that, Chef John. When we open our lid and we take forever, and all of the smoke and all of the heat that the grill has worked so hard to accomplish is gone.
It's gone now.
And it's got to do it all over again.
All over again.
So when you allow your grill to properly preheat, okay, when you open that lid and you close it back, it's going to recuperate in temperature a lot quicker.
For sure.
As compared to it just hitting 400 degrees. You open in the lid, taking a minute or two, and then closing the lid.
No.
You know, if you let it get to 400, sit there for about 10 to 15 minutes, get good and hot. You know, that's a proper preheat.
Well, it's science too, Jody. If you give it that extra 10 minutes, the metal that's inside the grill, the grates, are going to absorb the rest of that heat. So they're going to actually probably get a little bit hotter than the actual set temperature of the grill. And you want that, so when you put your food on there, you're getting your maximum heat transfer from the grate to the food. It's going to help it cook a lot better.
Very good. Now, again, I just wanted to hit y'all with that. Make sure you clean your fire pot. Okay, if you're going to cook for July 4th and you're hearing this, clean your fire pot today. Take your cover off, open it up, knock all those cobwebs off of it, get down to the guts of that thing, and clean out your fire pot. Okay, turn your grill on. Notice and go ahead and inspect. You know, that auger moving and that fan blowing. Okay. Go ahead and clean out that fire pot. Again, you don't have to get a vacuum, ladies and gentlemen. Just stick your hand in there, scoop out whatever little ash, throw it down at the bottom, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Make sure you change your foil. You know, make sure you get all of that grease out of there, and you're good to go, babies.
We had
good question. We had
somebody out here who says
drink some of this honey.
They vacuum theirs every few uses. Lauren Wiggins is out there. She said she vacuums out her grill after every few uses.
So we do not recommend you vacuuming your grill out you know, more than 3 times a year. There's 4 beneficial things that leaving ash down at the bottom of your grill will do for you.
Break it down for
It'll insulate it. It will help it recuperate in temperature quicker.
That's right.
The ash is going to stick to itself down at the bottom way better than it's going to stick to a slick stainless steel surface.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to stick to my buddy quicker than I'm stick to a slide.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless it's one of them little slides. I see you sticking those things.
Shut up, John. But again, it's going to stick to itself, so it's less likely to end up in your chamber.
Right.
I know a lot of folks, you know, will call and talk about fly ash. That's just because they clean out their grill every time. Give it something to stick to down there at the bottom.
Help your grill out.
And I'm a messy cook, Chef John.
Yeah, you are.
So I like it when the grease strips down there, when I'm utilizing my air gaps and that grease strips down there at the bottom. I like to have some ash down there to clean up that grease so it don't end up dripping out or causing a ruckus, you know, like kids on the 4th of July.
All right, Jody, our good friend Philip Burnett's out there, and he says, when should you clean the buildup on the upper and lower parts of your grill above the grates?
Okay, so he's talking about the grill wall, Chef John. That's
right.
a very good question. Shout out, Philip. We really do appreciate you. That is a personal kind of thing, sir. So here at RecTech, when we cook a lot, we cook at varying temperatures, from low and slow to super hot and fast. That creosote on the on the inside of that stainless steel barrel is going to burn up, dry up, and it tends to flake off. So what I like to do is I like to glove up, and just when I see some that's possibly hanging, I'm like, oh snap, let me go ahead and jump ahead of the whole grill. I'll go ahead and just rub my hands all on the inside. Come on in here, Sherpa. Just like so. Just rub your hand all on the inside and just knock all of that stuff down. Right here is a really good spot for it to build up. And you can also just take the back side of your hand and do it just like that. Good, the 700, I love it. Because it's got that grill light on the inside, Chef John. One of my favorite grills right here, baby. But very good question. Again, that's not paint. You know, I can't tell you how many times we've had people call up here and say, man, the paint on the inside of my stainless steel grill is peeling. We had to scratch our heads for a second, and it's just the creosote. You know, it's just because you probably cooked at a higher temperature and it dried it up, and it's just flaking off. But it can happen because, again, it's a stainless steel barrel. It's a very sterile environment, so it can burn up. Very good question. Give me some more questions, Chef John.
All right, so
love this Q&A, Daniel.
This one's coming from Treg. Treg says, will Riot Mode hurt the deflector over time?
Very good question, Treg. So, I got us a little bit
of
s'mores dip. God bless America.
God bless America.
We're having, we cook Wednesday, tomorrow at the Evans Worldwide Headquarters.
That's right.
And I'll be showing this during a maintenance demo tomorrow, Chef John. So I figured I would make it and just go ahead and see if it tastes good. So we need to let it cool off a little bit.
Fancy pants. Look at you.
So what did my buddy Treg say?
Treg asked, will Riot Mode hurt the deflector over time?
No. Very good question. No, sir. The deflector, you know, is going to take 100%. No, excuse me. Your fire pot is going to take 100% of the abuse. That deflector is also going to take about 95% of the abuse as well. So again, the deflector is in there to send that heat to the left and to the right, start that convection process. It's made out of 304 stainless steel, so it's going to last you a lifetime. If you've got the earlier models, we've also got the cast iron stainless, the cast iron deflectors as well.
That's right.
That are built like a tank. Again, compared to the competition, like the competition uses flimsy, like aluminum. You could literally stand on it and you would crush it.
Yeah. You could bend it with your hands.
My 6-year-old would crush it.
Yeah.
But our deflectors, you can literally stand on. Our fire pots, you can park a tank, you can park a dump truck on. The competitors, you cannot do that. They scrimp and try to save money wherever they can. Yeah. We're building a quality product
that you can have for the rest of your life.
Steel. That's right. You're going to pass it on to your family.
I would. I'm going to pass
it
on.
Yes, that's what America's all about.
All right, Jody. So this was coming from.
Hey, make sure you smash the share button. We'll give you 3 seconds to do it. Smash it for us. 3, 2, 1.
Smash it. This was coming from Cody Anderson.
What's up, Cody?
Cody asks, "What is y'all's opinion on a must-have at the 4th of July cookout?"
Must-have for the 4th of July cookout. Music.
Oh.
You gotta have music.
Here,
let's get intimate. I got a chair for you.
Oh, you got a little chair?
Chair right here. Let's get real intimate and talk to the folks out there.
So music, huh?
So I gotta have music for the cookout. If we're not watching a game, if we're not playing games,
right?
If there's not some kind of activity, music has to be playing in the background. I've got that JBL speaker that I bring with me.
Shout out JBL.
The one we got it from the Christmas party.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Thanks, Ralph.
Shout out to everybody
I would have to say, for me, must have at the 4th of July cookout, you've got to have good sides.
Oh.
Like, I got to have good sides. If I don't have good sides, I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to eat the sides that you brought because I'm polite, but I'm going to definitely talk about you. All right, so guys, keep the great questions coming. All right, here we got some more. Everybody's liking the new owners out there, Jody. Really appreciate all of the tips.
So and let's just keep the tips rolling. So for your drip bucket, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a huge fan of allowing all that grease just to collect in the drip bucket. I've got to go out there. I've got to take the drip bucket, pour all of that nasty grease into another container.
Yeah, that's no good.
AKA my garbage can, which I don't like.
Becky doesn't like it either.
She doesn't like it either, my wife. So I really like saving the jam jars and salsa jars and like the mason jars with tops and putting those in my bucket. The grease is going to go in that jar. When it's full, I save the lid. I just put the lid on. You can throw it in the trash. That grease is not going anywhere. I also saw on the internet that they make some kind of potion that you sprinkle into your grease and mix it up till it dissolves, and it makes it hard.
What?
Yeah, it hardens it up.
That's pretty cool.
So you can just dump it
in
out.
The trash?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's pretty
on the internet.
That is pretty cool.
Thank goodness for the internet and Al Gore. Al Gore invented the internet. Now, John, this is going to be just a s'mores dip.
Right.
It's super easy. 3 bags of chocolate chips down at the bottom.
Okay.
We've got obviously marshmallows on top.
Red, white, and blue, baby.
Red, white, and blue, baby.
Let's go.
And then you got to hit it with some graham crackers.
Okay. While we're doing that, Jody, this one's coming in from Jen Grinnell. Jen asks, what do you recommend for a drip pan for the bullseye to prevent flare-ups?
Oh, very good question. So again, it goes for the bullseye. It really goes back to allowing a lot of that ash and pellet dust to build up down at the bottom of your grill. Allowing that to build up, that's going to allow you to clean up that grease a lot easier. Much easier. But they do make the circular disposable aluminum like pie pans that are very shallow. I wouldn't go very deep with it, but you can do something like that. If I'm looking to go a little bit more indirect cooking, I like these half aluminum pans.
Me too.
Just right on the deflector. I'll cook my pork butts on top of those, ribs, briskets, stuff like that.
This was coming from our good friend John Franklin. John Franklin, we love you, buddy. John Franklin asks, will the call center be open over the 4th holiday weekend and or 24-hour emergency line open in case anyone has any problems?
Yep, we always have that 24-hour emergency line open.
He knew that.
So of course,
he knew that.
But yes, of course, unlike other companies, to where we're going to ask you to call after the holiday, no, we've got that 24/7, 365 line that we have, and all of the owners all of the people that purchase Rectex get it in the packaging, in with the grill.
That's right.
They're going to get that number.
That's right.
But shout out John Franco, thank you for the question. But no, we will be closed on July 4th. You know, that's the national holiday. We're celebrating the United States of America.
America, baby.
Man, you know, we just used to rough through it, but now they're like, no, you guys work hard. You know, we need to take these days off.
So you told everybody that I was in Gulf Shores, right, Alabama? Okay, so y'all, it was great. Saw a lot of interesting people in Gulf Shores.
Okay.
Super nice, had a great time, but I saw a guy with a shirt on that had an American flag on it, and it said, America, unconquered since 1776, baby.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like
These colors don't run.
These colors don't run.
Again, this was a maintenance tips and tricks video. We hope you watched it.
I'm
Jody
delicious.
Flanagan, Barbecue Dad. You can find me at BBQDADJODY, Barbecue Dad Jody on all social media. Really would appreciate a follow. You know, Instagram's been really tough lately.
It has been tough.
Not a lot of follows.
Not a lot of
I don't know
follows.
what they're doing out there. This is my good buddy, Chef John Pinnell. You can find him at Chef John Pinnell on all social media. We're missing at Chef Greg Muller. He's still recuperating from his shoulder surgery. He's in the office, but he's not doing any heavy lifting.
God bless him.
God bless him.
One more question?
Yep. No, we got.
All right, this one's coming from Ron. Ron says,
Ron! You son of a gun.
do you recommend Riot Mode to burn off drippings after long cooks?
So that's a very good question. If you've got the time, you know, you can do that. That's what I feel like the bullseye was made for.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do to my bullseye.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily do that, you know, to any other grill that I have, you know, like the 1250, 700 or 590 or 340p. I don't really recommend doing, you know, a complete Riot Mode burn-in off on that, because they're you know, a little bit easier cleanable. But with that bullseye, you know, just because, you know, there is a lot of, it can accumulate more grease than the other grills down there at the bottom. It makes it much easier to just go ahead and hit that Riot Mode, baby, and burn all that stuff off for about 15 to 20 minutes. Go ahead and clear my mind.
Get
You know
your
what I'm
mind
saying?
right.
Get your mind, clear my mind of all of those dirtiness bits on the bullseye. But no, I definitely recommend, you know, that's what that bad boy was made for.
Yeah.
It was made, you know, to get up to Riot Mode over 1,000 degrees, burn all that stuff off, easy cleaning, easy use.
I got some good questions.
Monday through Friday. That's my Monday through Friday grill.
Yeah. But also, too, if you're using the 1250, 700, 590, 340, definitely when they're hot, after you've cooked on them and they're still hot, get that a ball of aluminum foil and just run it over the grates.
Prepare for that next cook.
And it will totally knock it off a lot easier than if you wait and it gets hard on there. That's just a little tip for you guys.
And right before you go to change that foil or that liner, you know, or scrape it, go ahead and clean that grate first. Drop all that stuff down in there.
All right.
One more question. We got to wrap this thing up, B.
This is a good one. Last
Wrap it
one.
up, B.
All right. From Eric Larson. Eric says, do you recommend or not the use of high heat gasket material on the inside of lids?
Oh man, very good question. So we do not recommend that. Those things are like, we could buy those for like a penny each and add that to the grill at no cost to the customer. We do not do that for a reason. Okay, and it all goes back, this full circle, John. It all goes back to airflow, everybody. We want that grill to get the maximum amount of airflow, okay? So we want a little bit of heat and a little bit of smoke escaping out of that lid, okay? Again, that'll allow you to maintain lower temperatures. It'll also allow you to maintain higher temperatures. It's science. The most amount of airflow will give you the most amount of BTUs, therefore giving you the cleanest and most manageable fire.
What the man said.
So, you know, when you go doing modifications like that to the grill, you know, it suffocates the fire.
Yes.
Shout out to Dylan Pellet. He said that the other day, and that really stuck with me. You know, it kind of suffocates your heat, and a lot of folks will call here and having issues after doing that and saying, man, I can't get up. I can't get past 450 degrees. You know, it's like my other grill that I bought. Competition. And then some folks will say, man, I just can't. I can't hold those lower temperatures. Well,
and be like, it was holding lower temperatures, but now it's not. So we asked them what they did.
Absolutely, and there's definitely, you know, a pattern there.
Yes.
Boom. All right, we got to get the heck out of here. This video is taking way too long. All we wanted to do was remind you to use your grill before July 4th. Check it out. Make sure it's ready to go for the biggest. That's game day. July 4th is game day.
Let's go.
We want to get y'all ready for game day. So make sure you clean your grill. And check out these maintenance tips. Again, we're having We Cook Wednesday tomorrow, all day live here at the Rectex Worldwide headquarters.
When you say all day, what does that mean?
Oh man, there's at 11 o'clock, a 12, 1 o'clock, a 3:30, I think. There's all kinds of dates, times that we're going to be demoing food. So come out here and hang out with us and buy some stuff.
Yeah.
And again, we're doing pork butts this Friday for Fun Day Friday. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a great one.
It's a banger. A lot of people like pork butts.
Everybody loves a pork butt.
Check out rectech.com for amazing savings, ladies and gentlemen, from everybody here at the Worldwide Headquarters. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And we'll see you
At the RecTech. Do, do, do.
Diddly-doo.
Do, do, do.
Diddly-doo-doo.
It's still not better than I thought.
No, but-